You got a problem with me. Meet me after school. You wanna hang out with me. Meet me after school. Want the hot truth tea. Meet me after school. Wanna air it all out. Meet me after school. You been played for the fool. Meet me after school. See twisted haters get straightened out. Meet me after school. Meet me after school. Wanna know what I'm all about. Meet me after school. It don't matter what you do. Pull up or take a stool. Just make sure you meet me after school.
Hey guys, what's going on? How you doing? How you doing? Let me put this down a little bit. Just see like a talking head. Oh man, I hope everybody's having a good day today. Today is Monday. What is this? May 4th. We are in May already. I can't believe it. I'm like, what happened to April? But it's all good. It's all good. Happy to make it this far in the day. Hey, happy life. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Glad you could make it. Glad you could make it. Welcome to Meet Me After School. This is the channel where we read letters from anybody that wants to send them to us. And we chop it up and we just discuss different things that people are going through through the world, right? Some things are funny, some things are a bit more serious, some things are just what they are, right? And we love that and we enjoy that. We love to engage with everyone that comes in to take some time with us. So by all means, if you want to be shouted out or you just want to engage with people, go ahead and put something in the chat and we'll be more than happy to shout you out and welcome you here. My day, happy life, is going very well. The funny thing is, I wasn't expecting to have the day that I had today. It was a little bit more busy than I thought it was going to be, but it's okay. Like, it's busy in a good way. Like I have learned early that too much time on my hands leaves me to doing other things. I just start tinkering around and figuring out every other things that I want to do. So, who knows? I just want to learn Portuguese. Let's just do it. So, things like that. But, in a fun way, So sometimes, you get yourself into a project and you don't realize how far down the rabbit hole of a project you're going to go. And then you're like, hey, well, I'm already here. Let me finish. So, I enjoy that. And for those who don't know much about me, this is what I consider a new chapter for me because, for the first part of my life, I was married, raising kids, taking care of everybody, doing for everybody, taking care of my parents, doing, taking care of a business, doing this and doing that. And, now I am at the stage where I get to choose what I want to do, right? I choose, what businesses I want to take on, what projects I want to take on, where I want to go, when I want to go, who I want to go with, and I'm enjoying that. So it is very enjoyable for me because it's something that I never was able to do. From the time I turned 18, I had a child. So adult life consisted of responsibility from a very early age, which, I am thankful that I was able to be the parent that, my child needed, at that age, because a lot of times that's very young. So, but now I'm done. I've raised everyone. Everybody's on their own, doing what they want to do with their lives, understandably. And, now we're here and, and I get to think about Steph for a little bit. And it's interesting because I don't think I've ever had that opportunity to just be like, what do you want to do? And it's really kind of weird because it's like, I don't know. And so you just start fiddling around and seeing what works and what doesn't, what you like, what you don't like, because you've been given, 30 something years to everybody else. And now it's like, well, what about you? So now it's my turn. I I appreciate the time that I've had, before, but I also appreciate this time too. And I'm loving it, and I'm living well within it. What I think, marriage is no joke. It isn't. Marriage is. I tell people all the time, marriage is work. So if you're not willing to do the work, then it's not gonna work. Like if you're going the happily ever after and this and that, and it's not gonna work. And it takes two people. One person can do the work, and if the other person doesn't do the work, it's not gonna work either. Like it really is a commitment to work. And if one person is not committed to doing the work, it's just not gonna work. It just can't, because you think about it, it seems so simple. You think about it, but it's like you have two people that were raised totally different. They weren't in the same house. You know how different people can be when they're raised in the same house. Siblings don't have to be the same, but you have two people that are raised in totally different, environments, totally different households, coming together, trying to live life essentially as one. And I mean, it's almost laughable, the thought of it, because it's like, whoever thought that was, going to work out easy? I don't think so. And then you add on the what the world is giving us now, right? You add on all of these distractions and all of these just different obstacles that the world gives for marriage, and you're just piling on at this point. So you really have to have a fight in you for your partner. You really have to have that, not just love and respect for your partner, but that friendship too. Because even when that love goes out the window and sometimes you can be disrespectful, that friendship is really what's going to get you over the hump. Because it doesn't matter whether you like me today, you don't like me today. If we're friends, there's a certain way that you should treat your friends. You're not going to treat your friends like garbage. You're not going to let them be out and be in a struggle and not have while you're sitting there enjoying something. So there is something to the companionship level of marriage that I don't think people really get. Like, it's nice to be attracted to your partner and so in love with your partner and falling heads over heels for the rest of your life. That's great. But, for some people, that's not realistic. And when that doesn't become realistic, what do you do after that? Because it can't just be about how I feel. My feelings are not facts. My feelings change. They ebb and flow. I feel happy. I feel sad. I feel, but peace and joy and love are things that, you choose to have those regardless of what you're feeling for that day. And that's where marriage comes in, and that's when marriages are the strongest. I've found that when you speak to people that have been through years and years of marriage, people always highlight them. Oh, they've been married for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years, and and it's so great. It is. But let me tell you one thing, they have gone through some shit. Okay? Absolutely, without a doubt, whether they speak it or whether they don't. In order to get to those years, you have to go through some shit. And it's going to be some shit that some people might not want to go through. Some people might cut their losses early and jump out. Okay? And the thing is, I tell people, I say, decide on for yourself what you can deal with and what you can't. It doesn't matter what society tells you. It doesn't matter what, other people think about it. What is it that you can deal with? Because that is what's going to be your guide as to how you, take certain situations and work them through. Because there are going to be situations. I mean, whether it's with your husband or your wife or the families or the children or monetary, there are going to be situations, and you have to be able to decide what situations you're going to be all in for, what situations it is a done deal, it cannot happen. People are going to mess up. They're human. They're going to make mistakes. And guess what? People are going to do dumb stuff too, on purpose. It's not even a mistake. You knew exactly what you were doing and you did it anyway, right? So it's like, but either way, it's up to you what it is you're going to deal with, what it is you're going to forgive, what it is you're going to move on from. And, that's all marriage is about. It really is tough. It really is tough, because sometimes you just don't want to be bothered. You just want to be with you. You understand you. Your best friend might understand you. And this other person that's in here is getting on your nerves. So, yeah, but it's definitely no joke. Said all that to say this. So let me go back to the chat because I see y'all popping in here. Hey, Angela, you are late, but you are always here. And I love when you get in here. My eyes are like, hey, Tiny, how you doing? Can you cover the chat? Okay. Thank you, Tiny. Hey, how you doing? Debbie with the two cats, It's so good to see you, Debbie. I'm so glad you're here. You've been on my mind, and I'm glad to see you. I definitely have been thinking about you, and just glad that you came in and popped in to spend some time with us. We're going to get into our letters in a little bit. Tiny said, cheers, Bubs. Hey, Steph. I'm going to lay back and listen. Okay, Tiny, we got you. And Angela says, hey, Debbie. So we're going to get into our letters. And, I was debating on whether I was going to share this other stuff with you. You guys can tell me if you're interested, if you're not. It's okay if you're not interested. That's fine. This is a space where you can be honest. I am dropping an album on Friday. An album and actually 2 singles, as well as actually a third single, which is the Where Are the Children, which everyone has already heard. But I'm dropping another album. I'm dropping an album and 2 singles that's going to drop on Friday as well. So I was thinking that maybe we would do like a little pre-listening, little thing after we do the letters, but we can see where we are at the end of the night and see if we feel like doing that. If not, it's fine. The album's going to be dropping on Friday. I'm excited and nervous about that. I've had some people reach out to me that have, been doing this. And, I didn't think it was going to be something that actually happened for me, but I'm glad it's a first step. We'll see what happens from it, but I'm just excited to, just add some music to the world that hopefully brings some healing, right? And so I'm looking forward to that. So if that's something you guys want to stick around for later, stick around. We'll listen to some of the music that's going to be dropping on Friday. You guys can tell me what you think. Good, bad, ugly. Ugh, I hate it. Where can it be found? I'm always honest with you. Yes, Angela, you always are, and I appreciate that. Tiny said, where can it be found? It will be dropping on 23 major streaming platforms, including Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It will be available as, I guess, when you make reels and memes, and it'll be available for that too if you want. So that'll be great. Let's see. I think I don't know all the ones that it's dropping on. I used this platform called DistroKid, and DistroKid pushes it out to a bunch of streaming platforms and stores at the same time. So I don't have to be like click. So I love that. My first time doing with it. I really don't know a lot about it, but hey, I'm gonna learn along the way, and I'm gonna have some fun with it. Right? Dig into me, So definitely we can jump into it, have a little pre-listening party. You guys let me know what you think later, but let's go ahead and get into these letters. Okay, so let me pull up my notes. All right, this one is pretty simple. It seems straightforward. So my kids want a pet. I do not want one because I do not want to be responsible for a pet. I don't want to clean, walk, feed a pet. I know if I agree, I will be the one that winds up taking care of it. My husband wants to get a dog, so he agrees with the kids. Only issue is he's not going to be responsible either. And I will have to remind him to do for the animal. not the animal. I feel like that is going to annoy me. There's also the issue with when we go out of town. Who is going to watch the pet? It just seems like an unnecessary amount of time and energy. Do you have any suggestions on pets? Well, that's funny. I mean, you don't want a pet, but you want suggestions. Now, do you want suggestions because you want to find out there's something that's more low maintenance than a dog or a cat? I don't know. Um, I know for us, my children always wanted a dog. They always wanted a dog, and it was the same thing. Their dad was like good with the dog, but I was like, no, because ain't nobody gonna take care of this dog but me, right? And I was able to hold out for a very long time, you know. And then I think at one point, my husband had found this guy in the neighborhood that, you know, had these dogs, and not only did we get one, we wound up getting two. But they didn't last long because my kids were young. This was before my youngest was born. So my kids were young. My first two were young. And the dogs kept tearing everything up. Like, we kept in the garage, they were biting holes in the walls and all that. So I had to get rid of them. I gave one to a family, the other one, you know, had to get rid of them, give them away. And, you know, because I was just like, you know, and then of course my husband at the time, he was, you know, not taking care of the dog, and supposed to be y'all dog. I didn't want to do it. I grew up with a dog, so I did not want to have a dog because I knew you got to walk the dog in the rain, in the snow, you got to pick up poop, you got to do all this, you got to wash them, and I just didn't want to do all that. Like, that was something that I literally had until the year that I had my daughter, my oldest daughter. The year I had her, my dog actually got hit by a car and died. But, you know, had my dog not got hit by a car and died, you know, I would have had to take care of the dog and the baby. So, you know, my one of my mother's friends had come by the house and had to, you know, the dog was outside and she let the dog off and thinking the dog was going to run to the door. Well, my dog wasn't that type of dog. My dog was a through the neighborhood dog. So my dog took off and ran and wound up getting hit by a car. So yeah, but that was the last dog I had for a while until my kids started asking for a dog. So I understand the pressure of that. Angela says, I was joking when I told you to make music on top of everything else you're doing. You laughed. Look at you now. Angela, you shouldn't give me such great ideas. You know I'm going to listen to you. Yes, yes. So I will say, okay, so after that issue with the two dogs, I was like, no. But then after my third child was born, you know, they were a little bit older. The two oldest were a little bit older, and they were like, oh, we want a dog. Nah, nope, still not, you know. But we made a compromise, and we decided to get a rabbit because I thought a rabbit was going to be easier. Okay. So we had a rabbit. Her name was Elena. And, you know, the rabbit was, I've never had a rabbit, never had, you know, I had hamsters before, but I didn't want to get a hamster or a gerbil because all my hamsters just died. Like, they didn't last a year. They would just be dead. And I didn't want to have to deal with no dead animals, right? So I was like, I'm not doing that. So we did a rabbit. I've never had a rabbit before. And Elena was an interesting rabbit. It was like a dwarf something or whatever. And we had a little harness, so we would take her outside for walks. And, you know, my kids really did practice on Elena, right? She had a little harness, just like the dogs have, and she had a leash. And we would take her outside, and she would, you know, hop along the grass or the driveway or the sidewalk. And people would think it's the weirdest thing that we were walking the rabbit. But, I mean, it was made for a rabbit, the harness and the leash. So clearly we weren't the only ones. And they practiced on Elena. And they, you know, they did a good job. My oldest did a good job. She's the responsible one, you know, so she did a good job. And so eventually we decided that we would get a dog because, you know, my niece's family on her other side had some dogs, and they had some puppies, and they wanted to give my son one for his birthday. For I think it was like his 13th birthday or something. So I was like, okay, by this time, all right, you know, my oldest, she was about 16, and you know, or no, she was 14. He's 13, she's 15. So, you know, she had proven that she could take care of the rabbit, and, you know, so I let them have a little puppy because I knew that, you know. And they were pretty good, but I still had to do a lot of work in the beginning, because they didn't really know how to take care of a dog, things like this. So I had to, step in and do a lot of work. I had to potty train the dog. And I'll tell you right now, Shane, which was my dog's name, was the best dog that I have ever had in my life. He really was a good dog. He was a vocal dog. He communicated very well. Like if he had to go outside, he was going to bark. There you go. If he wanted to talk to you, he was going to bark. If you touch that kid, he's going to bark. Do not touch no kids around him. He did not play. He was very protective about kids and babies. It doesn't matter if it was your baby. If you brought that baby in here, it's his baby until you leave. But it was definitely a great situation. And when Shane was a puppy, the rabbit was bigger than Shane because he was so little. And the rabbit, Elena, she would be so mean to Shane. I mean, just mean. And I'm like, this is a mean rabbit. I never knew a rabbit to be so mean. And I don't know, maybe it was because of female, because I never had any female pets either. I always had male pets. So, she's really mean to Shane. But, one day Shane grew up. Shane grew up and Elena got out her cage one day and we weren't there. And let me just tell you, when we got back, her cage was open, but her ass was sitting in that cage in the corner. She wasn't messing with Shane no more. Shane had remembered all that time she got on him. And she was back in that cage, and Shane was like, "Yeah, I got you now." But those are the two pets we had, and I mean, it was okay. But like the woman, I'm assuming it's a woman, or it could be a man. I don't know. Said that it's gonna be some work. So if you're gonna get a pet, just know that you're gonna be doing the work. If everybody else is irresponsible. I would say wait until somebody else gets responsible. Puppies are a lot. Start with a fish. If they can't feed that, they can't care for anything else. I had one of those. Yes, we did. I think we might have had a fish. It wasn't long though, because you know what it was with the fish? It was the tank. I didn't like the fish smell because see, when you think with fish that they're going to be easy, you don't have to do nothing except for feed them. Nah. That tank started to get to smelling. Nah. So I had known that from my husband's grandmother. They had a big fish tank at her house. And I remember when that tank would get to it, nobody, cleaned it out. I was like, no, that's too much work. My animal got to go outside. So I don't know what to say about that. But now tell me about these cats, because I hear cats are supposed to be easy, especially ones that don't want to stay in the house, the ones that just roam around. You don't even have to take care of them. Just feed them outside, and then they go and they come back for dinner or something. And they go eating from the whole neighborhood. Are cats easier if they're outside cats? How are they when they're inside cats? People have told me that cats are more independent. Now the cat litter for me is a thing. It's like, all right, you go outside. You better be an outside cat. But any cat people? I know Debbie, you a cat person. Tell us about a cat. Would you recommend a person with children to get a cat if she feels like they're not going to take care of it? The litter box is the worst part of having cat. That's what I would think, because I don't want nothing that poop has to be there. Like if they're outside, like, okay, I don't have to worry about having, or the litter box is outside maybe, then it doesn't bother me. But my nose is super sensitive. So trust me when I say I smell everything. They do their own thing, but sometimes they scratch. Ooh, yeah, I don't like that. Not scratching up my furniture. No. Let me tell you, the dog, even though Shane was a good dog, when he was a puppy, he had this thing about eating the drywall. Literally, he would scratch it. Like, I think we had like a nick or a hole in the wall, kids running out and they kick, and they nick the wall, and the drywall comes off like a little bit, like almost like chalk. Looks almost like chalk. And he had gotten wind of that little nick, and he started scratching at it. And the next thing you know, in my laundry room, there was a hole this big from where he had scratched the hole in the drywall and was eating the drywall. And I was like, what type of weirdo stuff is it? Like, I never, like the dog that I had when I was a kid, we didn't have those issues. but maybe because I don't know. In Jersey, the houses are much older. I don't know if they had drywall or anything. Drywall was something like in North Carolina when they build the houses quick and pretty cheap. I guess that's what they used a lot of. But yeah, the dog was eating the drywall, and I thought he wasn't going to make it. But once he got trained and he got older, he didn't do that anymore. So he did turn out to be a really good dog. So hey, Miss Gotti, how are you? How are you? Welcome, welcome. Did Debbie leave us? She might have. She might have popped off. Debbie be busy. She be busy. Debbie got her life going on. We love that. We love to see everybody with their lives going on. Go ahead, live that life, honey. But you're sorry. Oh, no problem, Miss Gotti. We are glad to have you. Glad to have you. Let me drop the link for you if you want to come up. If not, then it's okay. No worries. Let's see. We are on the first letter. We're going to go to the second one now. So let me go ahead and pull that up over here. All right. Number 2. Is it just me, or does there seem to be a large number of idiots walking around today? I feel like I'm not even in the real world anymore. The way people will literally believe anything they are told and not question or think for themselves is astounding. People have become too hateful. I think so hateful that they'd rather be stupid than agree with someone they don't like. When did we get this way? Or was it always like that? I always felt my parents were smart. Now I look at some people older than they were, and I think maybe it was just because I was a kid. People really are dumb these days. Hey, Miss Gotti, how you doing? That's a funny letter. I understand. I don't know. Like the older I get, the more I hear about situations that I feel like, aren't we too old for this? Like, did my parents go through this? Is this what they were doing? Because it seems just like extended high school for certain people, right? Like you've never crossed the threshold to adulthood. It's just extended high school. And it's like, dude, you've been in high school for 30 years. Okay? Like, when are we going to step out and be an adult? I don't know. So I definitely feel that. I feel that. I feel that maybe social media has played a part in people being more, what's the word I'm looking for? More herded. There's more, sheep
loss
mentality.
Of common sense. Loss of common sense.
Well, Abraham Lincoln said common sense isn't so common, so they must not have had it back then either. So I mean, I just feel like what's the it's like sheep mentality, but it's another name for it too. Like gang mentality, but it's not gang. It's
minion.
I can't think of it. It means minion, but it's like mob mentality. That's what it is. The mob mentality. So as long as the mob is going wild, everybody's going wild. But when the mob dissipates, you don't have anything to say or anything to do. But as long as you have that, that mob around you, it's like it fuels the fire to just, of stupidity and the people who aren't so bright, that's what they do. They, be stupid. I mean, critical thinking definitely is something that I feel like more people need to get in line for. It's okay to agree with someone, but to the extent to where you can't think for yourself, or you can't figure for yourself, well, this doesn't make too much sense. It's probably dangerous to have somebody else thinking for you. You know what I'm saying? So, what do you think, Ms. Gotti?
Too many people lead. It's the blind leading the blind. Too many asleep sheep.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when I was a kid, well, if they jumped off the bridge, you gonna jump off the bridge?
Yep.
You remember that statement? Like
Yep.
nowadays,
I
no,
do.
let's all just jump off the bridge, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute, I'm not jumping
Yep.
off the bridge.
Right, right. Yes, we have a lot of bridge jumpers, and a lot of sand drinkers. What I say, people that they say if you don't have water, you give people the sand, they're gonna drink the sand. And so, yeah, a lot of sand drinkers and a lot of bridge jumpers. Exactly, Ms. Godfrey. I agree. Definitely agree. Uh, can you hear me, Ms. Godfrey?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, you picking up some feedback. I wasn't sure if that
It's
was me or not.
no, it's my phone. I'm watching something on my phone. I turned
Okay,
it
okay,
down.
okay.
No, I can hear
Okay,
you.
okay. Okay, so yeah, so a lot of sand drinkers and bridge jumpers, definitely. So and the thing is, I don't know if that comes from just laziness. People don't want to think for themselves. They just want somebody to tell them what to do and they just do it. Or it comes from insecurity where they just feel like, well, everybody's doing it, so I don't want to be left out. That FOMO, fear of missing out. Um, um, but yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, it does seem like people are really stepping away from what is just logical at the end of the day, um and it could just be that people are miserable. I mean, that could be it. You're just miserable and you just would like for things to be more miserable than where you are. Could be that too. Like, that old misery loves company. I can see that too. So yeah, I can definitely see that. But I don't think that the person that wrote in is imagining things. I think that we especially have seen a lot of stupidity just being in these YouTube streets. But it social media does create a place where people can have access to everyone, where back in the day you did it, you only had access to who you were around.
Exactly. You wanted to say something to somebody's face, you had to go to their door and say it to their face. You couldn't hide behind a fucking screen and talk shit about whoever the fuck you want, and you didn't get your ass smacked. That's what it is
Right.
now. You can sit behind a fucking screen and talk shit and lie and be a terrorist on the fucking internet and accuse people of fucking shit that ain't even true while you sit behind a screen and hide.
Yeah.
They need
And
their
I
head
used
back.
to
It's high five to the face.
and then high five to the face. And it's funny because back in the day, they used to have the saying going postal. And going postal meant going crazy because, I guess it was known that when something jumped off that was a little crazy, it was usually at the post office. Somebody was losing their shit at the post office. And so the phrase termed going postal. And it got to the point to where like a lot of post office, they had like a glass so that you couldn't, touch them, they couldn't touch you. And so I used to tell people, I'd be like, there's no glass here. You realize there's no glass, right? Like, I can just I can snatch you across, right? You know that, right? Like, I can touch you. So now the computer, the internet, social media has become that glass that people feel like they're protected behind, and that they can behave a certain way and get away with it. And you can't. At some point it comes back. Like, karma is its own.
Well, I mean, there's karma, and there's also, you go after somebody and disrespect. It basically, you slander them so many times, you're going to catch a charge. Simple as that.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to be a terrorist and start a terroristic cult, and you're from a whole nother fucking area, and you want to bring shit to over here to the U.S. that you have nothing to do with. I mean, Consequences. There's
Yeah,
consequences for your actions.
there is consequences. There's definitely consequences. And, for people that do that, for people that, work in that type of environment, because I get to the point where I think, oh, this is what this is what you do collectively, right? You try to terrorize people. It's called harassment. It's called harassment.
Mm-hmm.
It's called stalking. It's called, libel. So, I mean, why you want to play along those lines, I don't know. If you think it's for fun and for clicks, and because people are such savages that that's what they want to drink up, and they can't drink up anything else other than savage, disgusting behavior, you might want to check your role, because I mean, there's all the time people have fun and they do this and do that and blah blah blah, but it comes to a point to where it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're going too far. What are you doing? It's just ridiculous, right? So yeah, I agree. There's a lot of stupidity.
Exactly.
So, yeah, definitely a lot of stupidity going around. I wish people would get it together, but people are people. They are who they are, and so they just, there's going to be all types, right? So that's what comes with free will. There's going to be all types. All right, I'm going to go to number 3. All right. I just wrote in to encourage the girlies to go ahead and get their roster up this summer. It's time we start treating these men the way they have been treating us for years. They are not the only ones with options. Every girly I know has options, no matter what she looks like. If she has she has options, period. Girlies need to go back to locking the legs and comparing the options on the roster. Don't open the legs until they start acting right. I'm tired of hearing all the male horror stories. It's time for us to take back control and only reward the good men. Who's with me? I love that. I love that energy. And I agree. I'm with you. I love that energy. That's right. Only the good men get rewarded. The rest of them, the trash, no. Build your roster this summer. All the girlies, build your roster. Okay, build your roster. Compare and contrast, and don't strike anybody out until you figure out exactly the one that you want to talk to. Do exactly like these men do, and keep them. Well, they don't keep their legs closed, but do exactly what these men do and keep your options open and compare and contrast until you come to the one that you figure is meeting your standards. Because I'm telling you right now, there is nothing like having a roster to where you can compare one to the other to figure out like, this one don't do this one does that, because when it's just one at a time, it's to me, it feels like it's harder for you to recognize when they're doing little dumb stuff, right? But if you got somebody else on the line, it'd be like, oh, you tripping right now. All right, well, you going about your business. And let me tell you, ladies, this lady is absolutely correct. Ladies will always have the power. Always. Okay? As long as men want women, now I can't speak for anybody else, but as long as men want women, women will always have that power. All you got to do is clink, clink, and that's it. If you clink, clink, they'll get it together eventually. They will get it together eventually. Unfortunately, we live in a world where there's a lot of people that don't clank and they just go on to the next one. But at some point, even that gets tired and gets old, and they will be looking for someone that's going to give them a little bit more than that, because even that gets tired after a while. You run through thousands and thousands of women, that ain't no flex, honey. That's not no flex. That's just it's just disgusting. But okay. So yeah, I agree. Have your roster, get to know people, compare and contrast, clamp it down, lock it down, have a great summer. And just do you, boo. What you think, Miss Gothi?
I don't know. I haven't looked for anybody, and so it's like, they come with too much drama and bullshit. No, I ain't got time for that.
Well, that's the whole part of having a roster, is because once you can see that if one acts up, you throw them out, you're next on the list. There you go. So you don't have to worry about the drama.
See, I don't even have to worry about the headache. I don't even have to have a roster. Fuck the roster. I already know.
I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want nothing to do with it.
Exactly. You gotta agree. It all boils down to do the same fucking shit, no matter who you go for. They gotta play games. I don't play mind games. You want to play mind games? I got a taser and a handsaw. Chainsaw.
Here we go, taser and the saw. But for I get it, Miss Gothi. I get it, because you get to the point like, I don't want to do none of this. But I get it for the girlies that actually want the company of a man. They want to be around a man, and they are looking for something, right? Like, there are people that out there, they're looking for something. But at this point, the way you look, you can't look like one at a time. You got to look like in bunches, and then kind of sift through what's going to be, what's going to be good for you.
Well, okay, this is how I see it. Okay, there's about a 20% of Gen X, which is like in my era, because I don't want a boomer. And there's no way in hell I will deal with a Tide Pod kid. And so, fuck that. Hell no. And millennials, I can't even stand millennials. So the gene pool in my area is like very limited. They're either taken or
I get it.
I mean,
Angela says she don't want a man's attention. It's okay. It's okay, Angela. Good thing you're already married. You don't even have to worry about this whole thing.
Because don't get me wrong. I would like to have somebody to be with me and do all this stuff with me. But what cost am I gotta? What's going to be the cost? You got guys that now say they want to be girls, and then you got Tide Pod kids, and the boomers are, got a leg in the grave, and so majority of the Gen X are usually already hitched, because they got hitched in high school or whatever. I mean, so to narrow it down, I mean, it ain't.
Some of the Gen X are getting divorced. Some of them are getting back on the market, I think. But you got to figure out, like, why did
that's what the question's going to be. Why? What did he do?
Right, exactly.
I then got 50. See, that's when I got 50 questions: is what, when, where, how, why. Why did it? What happened? And if you're going to be shady about it, well, then I ain't got time for you. The shady shit is going to tell you straight off the bat. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was waiting for you. I wasn't sure if you were done or not, or if you're breaking up.
No, I was going to say, I don't want nothing that Ajax can't wipe off, and everybody wants to go around with everybody, and I don't trust none of that. I mean, I'm just being honest. I mean, I mean, it's December of 2016 was the last time, so I mean, I'm not looking for nothing. Because
I mean, that's definitely that's definitely a thing that everybody's with everybody. And it's like, no, thank you, I don't want that. So, but I do believe that there are people out there that are serious and looking. I don't think it's everybody. It's just, where are they? Where are
it's
you?
Like, where? They at home.
Where can we find?
They don't want to be in the drama either. They at home. So how do you find people at home?
Right.
It's the internet. And then you end up with creepy weirdos.
Yeah. The internet, brings out some very interesting people. Tiny says she's glad to be alone. I mean, sometimes you need that space and that time. I mean, it's okay to not want it, you know, but for the ones that do, you know, I mean, there's something like, my goodness, for me, the smell of a man, like when this man smells good, he looks good, he's dressed well. I love that smell. I don't know, like, you know, and they all have different smells, but I love that smell. Like that is just such a great smell for me. I'm, you know, my nose big nose, so you know I smell everything. But I just love that. That's like a very attractive thing to me. It's like a man that smells good, looks good, you clean cut, you clean, you smell good. I love that. But yeah, not if it means that you're gonna be a nut, okay? Not if it means you're gonna be a narcissist, not if it means that you're gonna be abusive, not if it means if you're on drugs, not if it means, you know, you're an alcoholic, you beat women, you don't take care of your kids, not if all of this, okay? That smell can't cover a multitude.
Yeah, see, if they're not gonna take care of the kids, I don't want them around mine.
Yeah.
If you can't take care of your own children, you should have fucking coming around mine.
Yeah. Steph just wants to smell. I do. I love it. Oh my God. I really do. I'm telling you, you want to get my attention, be clean cut, be smelling good, be looking good. You're going to get my attention. You're going to get, just like all up in it. Smell of working on cars. No. But I don't mind that, you know, men that do work on cars, just go take a shower first. That's me. That, you know. But, you know, I don't mind the man that gets dirty, just go take a shower and leave all that dirty stuff outside. Don't bring it in my house. But yeah, just the, you know, dapper, you know, dressed up and smelling good and looking good and the clean cut and everything. I love it. It is definitely one of those things that attract me. So, you know, smell good, you know, and I'm like, oh, that smells good. I'm just like a bloodhound. Oh man. So yeah, but I agree. I say roster it up, girlies, this summer. Those who are looking for men, roster it up. Those who aren't, you know, keep it to yourself and, you know, have a good time anyway, right? You know, and try to get these people on point so that they can start acting right, so they can, you know, be better in relationships. Because I think that, you know, a lot of this is just because they don't have to be better, then they don't. And that's sad. Like, you should want to be better just to be better, not because you have to, but, you know, sometimes it goes with that. They might.
I gotta say, go ahead.
No, Angela said they might smell good because they shower between their women. Be careful of that. Angela, thank you. Thank you for that. That's true. That's why you keep your roster, because you'll figure it out while you're dating the next one. You'll figure out what's going on with that one, so you ain't got to worry about it. That's all. Next. This one's out. Next. So
I say stop doing one night stands or hookups, or because that's what I mean. If that's all they're looking for, then you're just giving them that gratification. Why not cut that off?
Yeah, I can honestly say I've never had a one night stand. I've never understood that. I don't know. That's just a strange thing. And you know, the people that, you know, I'm not throwing shade, but the people that get pregnant off of one night stands, that's what scares me about it. Like being pregnant by someone you don't even know who this person is and don't know how to find them.
Exactly.
That scares me. Like, and maybe because, you know, I do come from a time when social media wasn't around. So this person could just disappear into thin air if you don't know their last name, right? Like, so now you can probably look up people online and stuff and find pictures with them, or, you know, try to track them down this way. But back in the day, you couldn't do that. So God forbid, and that you get pregnant by someone that you don't know and you can't find this person. It's like, oh my goodness, like, that's just, to me, that's just like a terrifying story, like a horror story. Like, ooh, I wouldn't want to be in that. I wouldn't want to be in that. So yeah, you got to be responsible out here. You got to be responsible. I mean, I don't know. I've never been the person that, sexual behavior has really driven my actions like that, because I've never really been into it like that. But I don't know. I can't speak for the people who feel like they want to do whatever, have to do whatever when they have to do it. That I'm just different. That's all I can say. I'm not knocking nobody, but I'm just saying that be careful. Be careful. When Caitlin and I had first date, she had another date planned with someone else. She said she was keeping her options open. I told her I wasn't an option. It was only me and not me at all. See, Caitlin had her little roster. She was making sure she was going to listen. She's like, either you going to get it or you going to get out of line. So, and look, and here today, y'all still together. So Caitlin was able to narrow it down. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right, let me go to the next, the final letter, which is going with our title. The girl is crazy. So, all right. My girlfriend is actually crazy. Okay. Every time I look at a woman, open a door, etc., she flips out and thinks I want to cheat on her. She has a nasty attitude toward other women, even ones in her family, when they are kind to me. I do everything I am supposed to and provide, take her out, spend quality time, buy little gifts just because. I've tried to tell her I only want her, but she continues to behave this way. And honestly, it's embarrassing. I wanted to propose to her, but my sister thinks I should take more time. I love her, but I hate the crazy. I just need her to calm down a bit. Okay. All right. She canceled that date. Dumper. Is that your advice, Angela? Dumper? That was short and sweet and to the point.
I would say maybe she just needs some reassurance. Like, is he like sending her little texts in the day? Is he just, I mean, because some women like that, yes, they get jealous quick. They can react. And some of them just need reassurance. That's my final, well, that's your final answer. But I mean,
Angela said that's her final answer. Dumper, that's her final answer.
Well, I mean,
go ahead, Ms. Gothi. We listening.
There's got to be an underlying reason, and if it's her insecurities, and if he can't just go, just reassure her in the day somewhere where they're not together. Hey, I'm thinking about you, or stupid little notes like he puts if she takes lunch to work or something, it may not even be doing it. Just put it in her lunchbox. Oh, I love you, and it's from him. And so when she packs her lunch, it will be in there, her not knowing because she just putting stuff in, or a text message, or if they do email. I don't do email, but if some people do emails, or just a call and leave a voicemail. Hey, I was thinking about you. Maybe that's something that she would need. That would help the relationship than just to, oh well, let's just end it. I understand your reasoning, Angela. I'm not saying it against it, but I'm saying if he's willing to work with maybe she does have some insecurity issues, and it could be from a lot of things, past relationships, family. And so, I mean, if he looks at it, okay, Or maybe, if she really crazy, she goes to counseling, maybe go with her and go, I need help with this situation with her. How can we work together with this? I mean, there's always some kind of option. Now, if it comes down to you want to, you know, by all means, walk out. But if you're willing to take the couple steps just to maybe reassure her, just a thought there.
Okay, that's good advice. That's good advice, Miss Gothi. I think that that's definitely something you can do. He sounds like he's doing everything he possibly can. He sounds like he's an emotionally mature man, right? I have a lot of male friends, and I tell them all the time, I was like, you guys like these crazy women, like you do, and they're like, no, and they always tell me like, oh no, she did this, she did that. Oh, I looked at this girl or this girl, I knew from somewhere and I said hello. She said hello to me and she got upset and da 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 da. And I'm like, but you like these women. These are the women that you like. Because every time I turn around, you get a insanely jealous woman. And I don't know if deep down men are attracted to insanely jealous women because they like to feel wanted. Because at the end of the day, you feel like if someone is so jealous about you, you feel like that's their way of showing that they want you and they like that desire, that it attracts them. But then, yeah, after a while, it does get kind of, annoying that you can't just be a normal person, right? Without having to feel like, I want to have sex with this person, or I want to cheat with this person, or I want to, whatever. Like there's so many people in the world. Am I supposed to gouge my eyes out for everybody of the opposite sex or the same sex if that's, where I'm at with this? But the thing is, like, it's just not realistic. So I definitely get Ms. Gothi's answer. And yes, maybe try to sit her down, talk to her again. You say that you love her, try to do little things, ask her what it is that she needs in order to feel comfortable. And I definitely understand Angela's view, which is like, dump her. That's my final answer. Angela said, I don't have time for other people's issues. She can go get therapy and try again with someone else. I mean, I understand that too. It's definitely, I feel like an insecurity. There's definitely a trauma there. And it's definitely a trauma response to something. Now what it is, and if you know about it, is something that wasn't included in the letter, but I would suggest figuring that out. If you really want to marry this woman, I would really look into that if that's really what you want to do. I think your sister is on to something though when she says to give it a little bit more time. I think there's nothing wrong with giving it a little bit more time, especially when you've already seen this type of behavior before you've said I do. The one thing, like, Happy Life said earlier, marriage is no joke. So I'm telling you right now, if before you get married there's an issue, after you get married it's gonna be the same issue, if not worse. It don't get better just because you get married. That is a misconception. Don't think it's gonna fix anything. It's like having kids don't fix nothing. If you have a messed up relationship before you have kids, you're gonna have a messed up relationship after you have kids don't fix nothing. So Angela says sometimes they're the jealous ones and the cheater. Oh yeah, she could be. She could be the jealous one. She could be the cheater as well. Could be just her little, guilty mind playing on her, and it comes out like that. The one thing I don't like is the being aggressive or having an attitude with women in the family. Unless they've done something to you, what would be your reasoning for being mean to people in his family? Like, you know what I'm saying? That was his family. He can't have relationship. Well, I mean, maybe if you were, I don't know. Anyway, you're not supposed to have a relationship with people in your family. Okay. So that shouldn't be a threat. So it really does lean toward some sort of insecurity, some sort of trauma-induced insecurity, and probably, therapy. Marriage counseling is definitely a thing before you get married. Like, if that's what you want to do, marriage counseling is definitely a thing. Take advantage, So go ahead, Ms. Gotti.
I was just gonna say, marriage counseling. If he needs to go through, I would say go through marriage counseling so that you can get all of it I mean, especially if you're really serious about marrying her, I'd go with marriage counseling. Because if you guys can't even work through marriage counseling, that's gonna give you your answer.
Right, right. And I feel like that is something that's not used often enough in certain situations. And unless you really have that communication where y'all can sit down, communicate, and work through it together, then yeah, I guess marriage counseling is going to be it. It's definitely going to be it. So, good luck to you though, sir, because that's trust me when I say that's a difficult one. That's a difficult one. I don't like jealous behavior. I was gonna say all inclusive, but I am a very inclusive person with people. I like to have people around, so I feel like it's the more the merrier. So I don't really do that where I separate myself from other people and stuff, like, so whether females or males or whatever, I just like people to have a great time. So, um, but yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. But yeah, good luck. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Anything else about that, Miss Goth, you want to say?
No.
No. Anything else, Angela, you want to say down there? Tiny?
Yeah, 'cause
Anybody else in the chat?
I didn't chat.
Oh my goodness. Well, that is our last letter for today. The girl is crazy, and nope. Angela said nope, she's good. So I had said Miss Gothi and Angela before you came in. I don't know if you heard me. I think Angela did, but I don't know if you heard me, Miss Gothi. I told everyone that I am dropping an album on Friday, an album and 2 singles, along with the Where Are the Children single that will be dropping too. So it's a total of 9 songs that will be dropping. And I was giving everyone the option to, do like a listening, if we want to do a listening of a sort of pre-listening party now while we were on. And I was going to do that, and I was going to leave it up to everyone whether you wanted to be surprised on Friday and just go check it out for yourself, or you wanted to do it now and just spend a little extra time once we were done with our letters. So you guys let me know what you want to do. It's okay if you don't. I'm good either way. And we'll move forward from that. So put a 1 in the chat, I guess, if you want to do the listening party. Put a 2 if you're tired and ready to go to bed, because I know Tiny must be tired. So we're just waiting for somebody to vote.
1.
Tiny said 2, I'm going to sleep. Angela said 1. I have more people in here. It's a tie right now.
1.
Miss Gothi, are you saying 1? Are you speaking 1?
I'm speaking. I'm not gonna try and figure out how to get into chat. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying 1.
All right. Well, Tiny, if you want to go to bed, you are by all means welcome to go. That is it for our letters today. We're going to move forward. Love you, though. Well done. Thank you. Love you too, Tiny. We're going to go ahead and move forward. For those who want to just jump out, by all means, thank you so much for coming back coming through to meet me after school and hanging out with us and doing the letters with us. We're gonna move into the listening party. So Miss Gothi, I'm gonna drop you down so this way I can have the screen.
Okay.
And
Drop me down?
if you want to when we're done. Cool.
Okay.
Miss Gothi's trying to figure out what she's. There we go. All right. Thank you, Miss Gothi. All right. So for those who stuck around, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. We're just going to do a pre-listening party of the album that I have dropping on Friday. I had a little fun with this, but a lot of things just put it out there, right? But had a good time creating this project, and I'm a little nervous about it on Friday, but I'm excited to see what happens, if anything. But it will be on all streaming, well, not all, but 23 streaming platforms and stores, including the ones that most people are affiliated with, Spotify, things like that. So, are we ready? Let me share my screen, and I'm going to try. Let's see. I'm going to try. Let's see if I can get this together, honey, because you know how I be doing. Oh, my goodness. And big shout out to maybe I shouldn't even say anything, but big shout out to my jetpack that is working. It is working. Look at that. It's working. Have not been cut off. The new one is working. Thank goodness. So, hey, okay, Miss Gothi, you're here. Good, good, good. All right. I am sharing my screen so you guys can see. Oh, is it not coming up? Let's see something. Hold on. Now, with my share, okay. Hold on, I had to share my screen. And I need to click on the first one. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm like, I be thinking I can actually do stuff, and, it'd be a little interesting for me. You know how it is. Y'all know how I do. All right, let's see. Let's see. All right. Let me share my screen. Let me get rid of this. Trying to make it all nice and neat for y'all. All right. This is what I'm sharing. Media player share. All right. You guys here with me? Let me add this to the stage. And let me put it like this. Oh, no, I don't want it that big. I want it smaller. There we go. All right. So I'm just going to play it on the media player because I don't know how else to do it. All right. Here we go, guys. Mute myself up. Okay, so you guys can't hear it? Oh my goodness. Well, that was a waste. Let's see. Why is it not? It's not playing. Let's see. So you guys can't hear it at all. Uh-oh. Let me see. Let's try it again. All right, tell me if you guys can hear it now. Don't know why it's not playing. All right, let me stop sharing my screen here. That is weird. All right, let's see. Let's try this again. Let's see. Share screen. Microsoft Edge tab. Window. Oh. It's my mistake. I didn't click the button that says share the audio. My bad. All right. We're going third time's the charm. We're gonna try it again. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, I don't know why it's not playing. It says it is. Unmute screen audio. Mute screen audio. Let me see. I don't know why it's not playing. That's so weird. Maybe because I can't share my screen. It said it's sharing the audio. Maybe it's too low. Let me see. Let me try another way. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna try another way. See, because I don't know. Clearly, I don't know what I be doing, right? Look at that. Let's see. Let me open up another screen. Let me go right into here, into my library. I don't know if I kept it in my library. That's the thing. Because once I save it, that's the part that is kind of like, which one? Oh, God. I don't know which one it is. Let me see. Dang, I thought I had it. It said that the play with the audio. It said okay. So maybe I can't share things from my computer. I don't know. Maybe my computer is acting a little fugly today. That would be terrible. Let me see. How long is this? 222. I think this is this one. All right. 222. Hold on a second. All right. All right. Gonna try it again. If it don't work, I don't know. Because I tried to download it actually to my Backstage and it wouldn't let me. So I was like, that's weird. So this is the only way that I know is to share the screen and play it. But, let's see what happens. We'll try it again. All right. Can y'all see it? What is going on here? Hold on a second. What is going on here? All right, here we go. Give me a second, guys. Let me go out and come back in. I think StreamYard is acting up. I will be right back. Okay. Okay, sorry. I don't know what that was about. That was weird. That was very weird. Weird. But let me put this up here. Maybe that's why it wasn't working. StreamYard just started doing something real weird and I couldn't see my screen. So let's see if it works now. If not, I'll have to figure it out for the next time. All right, share. You guys can see it. All right. Let's see. Add to the stage. All right. Let me know if you guys can't hear it this time, because we are. No. All right. Here we go. Ready? Again. Fourth time. Take 4.
Here I go again, back and forth again. Am I wrong again? Broken heart again. Play the fool again. I'm the clown again. sitting, wondering if this type of love ever pulls you in. How can you be alright with your damage? Who gave you the right to absolve all your actions? The mask that you wear is cracked and faded. You came very close, but in truth you never made it. Hiding yourself like the child that never reached adolescence. You were wrong, but here I go again, going back and forth again. Yeah. Am I wrong again? Broken heart again, played the fool again. I'm the clown again. So here I go again, back and forth again. Am I wrong again? Broken heart again, played the fool again. I'm the clown again. Failed attempts at peace, you reminded me this is just a scene, like a game to you. So I played it too, all you put me through. But peace brought me out the darkness, and joy led me to the light. While love promised healing and patience, I learned to gain strength in the strife. So I'm back again, no more for the again. Healed my heart again, got my strength again, fixed my fight again. I'm alright again. What you did to me wasn't great enough to even hinder me. Lesson learned, you see, I am more to me than I've ever been, and I'm loving me.
All right. That was one of the tracks called Cracked Mask. So let me see. Now that I have to do this manually, I had it all set up like boom, 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 boom on my computer, and now it's not. So that was the first one. That was a single. It's actually going to be released as a single. It's called Cracked Mask. So I was, just wanting to share that with you. Let me see if I can find the next one. I have two singles that are releasing. And then the album has all the other songs on it. So trying to get the singles first, and then I'll go back and just scan over the album. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'll do like maybe, a minute of each or whatever. And then, we'll go on to the next one just so it doesn't have to be too long. I don't want to keep y'all too long. Okay, let me see if I can find this one. Don't forget us. I will never forget y'all. I don't know about fame, but I will never forget y'all ever. That's one thing about me. I always remember the people who were with me when nobody else was. And I think that a lot of this journey that I've been on, for the last 10 years, especially, it's been really tough since my mother passed away, has been showing me just the people who, really have been down for me, really have been there for me, standing in and moving out the people that really did not want my my best, and filling it with people that actually do. So I'm appreciative for the journey. Angel said we wouldn't let her. Exactly. Never gonna happen. So all right, so I found the next one. Let me get that one up. All right, let me set it up for you. Sorry, I am slow now because I wasn't thinking that I would have to do it the slow way, but it's all good. It's all good. All right. Let's see, share screen. Sometimes I feel like I should be able to do this a lot faster. I feel like I'll be behind the 8 ball with this. Okay, let's see. Where are we at with this? Where am I at with this? Okay, this is where I am. All right, we ready? All right. Oh, thank you, Tiny. I appreciate. Yes, Miss Gotti has 3 to 4 songs too about the kids and I don't know if they're all about the kids, but Miss Gotti has 3 to 4 songs too. She definitely got that heavy metal thing going. Okay. She's Abigail's black aunt. She can't go anywhere. That's right. That's right. Abigail got a black auntie, so I can't leave her out. Gotta let her know. All right, here's the next one.
Caught up on my girls, we going on a flight. Grab my bags, held a cab on the way to the spot. All inclusive nightlife jumping. It's about to be on and popping. Trick that cutie by the pool. I'ma make sure he gets my number. Been 3 hours, we just got here. Girls trip for the summer. Don't worry about my man, don't have a one. He fumbled me long time ago. Shoot your shot, it better be tequila. I don't fuck with vodka. Let's get cozy. Where you from, babe? Tell me something, holla. You smell good, love. That looks real sexy. Maybe I'll see you later. Back to the room, my girls are cool. This is what dreams are made of. Girls trip, gonna turn up tonight. Girls trip is what we need. Girls trip, we on point. Got the look, the vibe, and the smell just right. Hey fellas, come holla at your girl. Let the party begin. Get down, get close, get sexy. Let's toast to the party of the year. Girls trip, gonna turn up tonight. Girls trip is what we need. Girls trip, we on point. Got the look, the vibe, and the smell just right. Hey fellas, come holla at your girl. Let the party begin. Get down, get close, get sexy. Let's toast to the party of the year. Sure, I like a drink, tequila, no whiskey. Come sit next to me. How you doing, babe? Glad I met you, love. Hope to see you again sometime. Here's my number, babe. Hit me up sometime. I'm a Jersey girl and I love to fly. Nope, I never been to the Chi.
All right, that's the other one. And I don't know why my screen keeps messing up here. This is so weird. So weird. What is the problem here? Oh, that ain't it. Hold on. Oh my. What is going on here? All right, my screen is acting funky. All right, so that's the second one. That's the second single that's going to be dropping. And then the rest is on the album. I'm just going to play, like I said, a minute of the ones on the album. And then we will, if Miss Gotti wants to come up, we can discuss it and whatever. I got to figure out what I'm doing here. Like, geez. I feel like every time I put my screen down, it just acts really weird. Really weird. All right, so I got that one. Let's see. 6. Let's see. Oh, this one. All right, let me see. 358. Good thing they give me ones all different. So I can, like, they give me a bunch and then I pick which ones I want based on what I like the most. Like my sound, my music, my voice with the music and stuff. So, all right. Just going to do a minute on this one. So let's see. Ooh. Yeah, this thing is really, that's why I'm camming down, because it's acting up right now. So I don't know why it's acting up so bad. I must be doing too much. So, which I'm used to doing too much. All right. All right. So here's the next one.
The heartbreak love song can't do nothing for me. love you, to be in love you. So the heartbreak love song can't do nothing for me. In the end, it was all it could ever be. Through all the trauma, I still found a way to trust you, to depend on you. I gave and I gave, but nothing was good enough. I saved and I saved, but still couldn't reach the top. You tried to pull me down, tried to dim my shine, but the dark wasn't strong enough to kill my light. So the heartbreak love song can't do nothing for me. In the end, it was all it could ever be.
All right, that's a little piece of that. Was it hard? No, I there was a part on here where you could add your vocals, so I actually sang the vocals. Hold on, sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear me. Okay, I actually sang the vocals. Sang a different, I just sang part of a song, and I stretched my vocals, did a couple riffs here and there, and basically was able to take my voice and put it into the song. So yeah, it wasn't that difficult at all with that. So it definitely made it easier for me to focus on the writing piece instead of the actual melody, because it gives you examples of what they can do with it, and then you kind of pick the best one. But I feel like, being as though working with this app, it kind of starts to realize what your style is, because I feel like almost every time that they've given me the song, it's been the first song they've given me is the one I really liked, and the one that really shows the range of my voice, and the fact that I can hear the raspiness of it. Like, people always say, "Oh, you have a raspy voice." I've never really knew, because I never really liked to listen to my voice, but I can hear it in this, so I'm getting used to hearing it. But it wasn't that difficult at all. They do have a section that you can add and put your add your version of the lyrics in there and sing it yourself, and then it just pulls everything together, sort of like how a producer does, if you were in the studio. So I like it. Actually, I've been in the studio before. And this was way easier than when I was in the studio, because you have to take different takes, and you have to like, if something messes up, you got to sing again so that it follows through and it sounds the same. It's on the same line, because you're cutting, you're editing. And so with this, it takes your voice, it takes your your style, and it just puts it in together with the lyrics that I wrote. So yeah, I definitely had a great time creating with this, all right, so that was one. Let me go to another. Give me a second. I'm trying to go in the order that I like it, but okay, this is a fun one. And the thing is, I am eclectic. I like a lot of different genres, and I like to pay homage to my I want to say my ancestors, but the people that came before me. So I wanted to do, and this is going to be so funny for me, I wanted to do something that was like a country hip hop type of song, because my mother used to tell me that my grandmother loved country music. Country music was her favorite, and so I wanted to do something that was a little bit like like that. So I did a little fun one. Let me I wanted to play it, but I guess, well, where is it? No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Where is it? Where is it? Oh no. Oh, I don't have that one up here. That's weird. Let me see. That is weird. It's not in my library. Hmm. No, 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 no. Oh, maybe this is it. I think this is it. It gives it names for the songs, and then I have to rename the song what I want. So sometimes I can't find it when it's in this big library. So give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. I think I found it. I was like, where is it? Okay, yeah. So this one was just kind of like, homage to my grandmother who loved country music. I don't know too much about country music other than, there's certain things I do like. I like the sounds of. But if it doesn't fit the country style, y'all can tell me. But it was a fun one that I had fun with. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Hold on. Let me bring this up. Telling you, honey, I'm doing work today. Find it, because this is not the name of it. I changed the name, so all right, let's go.
Get on the floor. We gonna kick a little more. Do the step, 2-step, and the single step hop. Give the back a little tap, cause we're feeling alright. Do the bop, bop, bop. Now shake it to the max.
Take it down now. Take it down.
Take it down. If it's water or it's whiskey, I'll take that tequila. A double shot, no chaser. Let's get back to the base. Get on the floor. We gonna kick a little more. Do the step, 2-step,
And a single step.
but give the back a little tap, cause we feeling alright. Do the bop, bop, bop. Now shake it to the max.
Shake it to the max.
This song's for fun. Get up and give me some. Let me see what you got. Keep straight. Turn the block. So let's go, go, go. Keep it going.
Do the step, 2-step, and a single step hop.
Give the back a little tap.
Cause we feeling alright.
Do the bop, bop, bop. Now shake it to the max.
Shake it to the max. Shake it to the max.
Shake it to the max.
All right, that is that is my country hip hop song. And it's fun. I thought it was fun. I was like, "Ooh, I got to figure out a line dance that I can do with this one," right? I was like, I got to give me a line dance for this, but I was like, I don't know, if it'll pass the country music test, but it definitely was a lot of fun. So, and I can definitely see trying to come up with a little line dance for that being a lot of fun. So, Angela said, Caitlin can tell you if it's country. Okay. And this seems to be Nolan's favorite. All right, Nolan, shake it to the max. I love it. The one thing that I love about this app is that it really gave me the opportunity to use different types of music. And like I said, I am eclectic. I like different genres of music. So even though, my background is in R&B and soul and hip hop, Uh, I do love to blend those musical styles. I love that, creativity in that. It's getting dark in here, isn't it? Watch me be bright. Oh, there I am, bright. Am I too bright now? I love that it has that, you can mix these sounds and just come up with something real funky, real groovy. I like that. So I thought that was a fun one. Definitely a fun one. So she said it's country. All right, cool. I'm glad I got the stamp of country approval. So all right, let me go to the next one. Let's see what the next one is. And if you recognize, I try to do like fast and slow, like keep it flowing, not too many slow ones, not too many fast ones. Let's see. I think the next one is going to be this one. Let me see. Okay. 3. Okay. 3 is 349. 349. All right. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Go again. Put it back up on the screen. Is the screen not showing? Hold on. Let me see what I got here. Oh, add to the stage. All right. Put it back up on the screen. There we go. Here's the next one.
Lay here next to me. You're giving me the feeling like I never wanna leave. There's something deep inside me that I just can't let it go. Tonight we're gonna take it slow, spending the time together, maybe forever. Tonight I'm gonna be your all inside, what you need when you put your hand in mine.
All right, so that's that one. Another slow one. And let's see. Let me go to the next one. And like I said, I'm just playing little clips of it, just so we can get through it a little bit faster. Okay, so that one, and I think the next one after that is yeah, I think it's this one. 295. All right. I'm looking, sorry. Thank goodness they all have different times on them. I'm looking at it by the. I think this is it. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I think this is it. All right, here we go. Put it back on the stage. Here we go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Good troublemaker. Please come a little closer. I wanna get to know ya every day that we're apart. It's getting harder for me, but I'll stop cause you're doing something wild to me. I know it's been crazy from the start, but I'm feeling you way too much. I think I'm gonna take a pause. You got me rocking my hips, the way you smile at my lips. I'm in trouble, I'm in real deep, baby, but I like, cause I'm a troublemaker. Good troublemaker. I'm a troublemaker. What you drinking, baby? That Casamigos. Are you asking, honey? Give me that Lalo. Are they out tonight in G4 Reposado? 1 shot, 2 shots, 3. Now I'm.
All right, so that is the title track, actually, Troublemaker. And it has a different name on here because I didn't change the name on it, but I changed the name for it. But this is the title track, Troublemaker. And that's just a little bit of that. I think I have 2 more left and then we are done. So let's get into those 2 and then we can get back to our topic, 144. Give me 1 second. All right, here we go. All right, put this back on the stage. Oh, Ms. Gothi. Appreciate that. All right, we're getting this last 2. Here we go.
Pick it up, put it down, turn around again. Here we go. Thought you learned not a chance in the world. You refuse to grow. What do you want me to do? This mess got you crazy. This mess got you crazy. Pick it up, put it down, turn around again. Here we go. Let's not pretend like you don't know. Playing the fool for yourself. Got me watching just to see what it's worth. But it ain't worth nothing, can't change it now. You've been swinging at the air, I'm about to go. Sit down, cause you can't get it together. I doubt that you tried. What do you want me to do? This mess got you crazy. This mess got you crazy. Pick it up, put it down, turn around again. Here we go. Pick it up, put it down, turn around again. Here we go. I tried to tell you, but you rather dig your own grave. I'd help you if you would listen, but my talking was all in vain. So pick it up, put it down, turn around again. Here we go.
So that is Pick It Up. And that is actually paying homage to my great grandmother. She was Afro-Cuban, so paying a little homage to my Afro-Cuban roots. So I hope that I was able to do that a little bit. I love that sound. I love that, energy, that beat. I really did love just the music that came out of this. I really tried to find something that I felt represented me or represented, the people around me, that I love so much, ones that I've never met, ones that I have been around. It was just fun. Like I said, music is something that I love, and I enjoyed this a lot, especially getting into the other genres of music. So now I'm going to do the last one. We have made it to the last one. I believe I've done everything. Let me just make sure. Yes, I have. And the last one, which is titled All or Nothing, which is also another one of my favorites. I guess they all are, I guess. I can't even say that, it's not, but I love them all for different reasons. But, there are some tracks that are just healing, right? Sometimes we just want to be, reassured and get our strength back. And this one is one of those. So let me just go ahead and stop running my mouth. right, give me a second. Put it back on the screen and get my face out the way.
It's either all or nothing. What did you expect from me? To wait here watching for a man I know you'll never be. I put my heart inside your hands, but you could never see how it beat for you. What you put it through is either all or nothing. What did you expect from me? To wait here watching for a man I know you'll never be. Don't ask me for the truth if you can't handle the real. Don't say I'm holding back. Just admit that you never wanted to be with me.
So that's a little bit of that one. All or Nothing. That is the final track that is on the album. And so yeah, that's hold on. I'm messing with my screen. Here I am. That is a little preview of what's gonna drop on Friday. I'm excited. I just, like I said, I love music. I love to have a good time. And I just, I'm just glad that I was able to do it. It's, something that I've been writing songs for years, and, just, life, couldn't, find the time to really do things for me. But now in this new season, I'm finding more time for me. So I'm enjoying that. And just doing things that I like to do. And this is something that I really enjoy. Abigail said nice thing. Oh, thank you, Abigail. She said I miss you too. I'm going to be seeing you soon. I know I am. So I'm just dropping the link. Ms. Gabi, if you want to come back up, or anybody want to come up, you're more than welcome. I know Angela's not going to come up, but she's always welcome. But but that was it. That was our little pre-listening party for the album that's going to be dropping. And of course, Where Are the Children is going to be dropping as a single as well. And that actually has a little video with it that I put together just to just hone in on the seriousness of that message. So, just exciting time. You just don't know what's going to happen. Opportunities are open and everywhere. And, I am enjoying the ride. So, I appreciate you guys for being here with me, for encouraging me. And, and even if you didn't like it, it's okay. Like, every genre is not everybody's cup of tea, right? I really, when I was thinking about how I want to go, I was really thinking like I wanted to, do something eclectic. I wanted to be able to, touch into little different areas that, I feel like I said earlier, represent me, but also, represent the people around me, where I come from, and I think that this first album did that. Like I don't know what the second album is going to look like, but I'm actually thinking about that. Angela has given me some ideas. Abigail said to tell you that she can't wait to go to Florida. I'm sure you didn't know that. I can't wait for you to come to Florida either, Abigail. It's going to be so much fun. Love having a great time. Love it. So, yeah. But yeah, so I just, I appreciate everybody that just has been a support and just sent love and everything. Hey, Miss Gothi, welcome back.
Welcome back. I'm back.
Yeah, my StreamYard was getting a little funky with everything, so I'm glad you dropped down, so it wouldn't freeze up completely, because it was acting like too much, honey, too much.
It wouldn't let me up without me closing what I was doing. So
yeah, it's weird because it kept like minimizing my screen to like this small, and I couldn't see any of the controls on the panel. So I was like, what is this? What's going on here? So I was like, let me just go out and come back in, because I don't know what it was doing. Sorry, I was fading in the background here. Just trying to put my feet up on the couch. I'm actually on the couch. So yeah. So anyway, anything you like to add, Miss Gothi?
no. If you want to put the few songs that I've done for the children, the one I did for the picture, I have to redo the picture.
Okay.
Because I technically have the picture done.
Okay.
But his daughter asked to be in it, and he wants to change her name in it. So that's why everything was taken down, because I should have talked to him beforehand. She's all, "Oh, can you put me in it?" And I wasn't thinking. I said, "Oh yeah," and it didn't dawn on me. Hey, how do you want me to do this? Until I dropped it, and I'm like, "Well, look, I should have came to you first, and I didn't." And he's like, "Well, she's almost 18." I'm like, "It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. It's
Yeah, I get it.
So
I get it. Yeah,
it will come back up. It will eventually go back up with the song. I have another. I've made a few versions of the song, but if you want one of the songs for the website, I'm more than fine with putting a few of the songs on the website for Where the Children, because I've got in total on my app, I got 120 songs.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, because I definitely put Where Are the Children up on the Where Are the Children Facebook page. And I definitely have a link. And I wasn't able to download the video to the website because it kept saying that the video was too big. It had to be 30 megabytes. And I think the video was like 196 megabytes. So I was like,
okay, so you got to I know what you got to do. You're going to have to compress it. You're going to have to make it a shorter, smaller.
Yeah, I just
kind of know what I'm doing there.
Yeah,
I kind of know what I'm doing there.
So yeah, but it was definitely. I don't think I have a SoundCloud, but now that after this album drops and these singles drop, they might have a SoundCloud for me after that. I don't know how that works. So I still got to figure out a lot of things. But yeah, definitely the Where Are the Children, and Ms. Gothi, your song. What is your song called, Ms. Gothi?
Which one?
The one that you showed us for the kids, the heavy metal one.
Okay, the heavy metal version. There's more than one heavy metal version.
The first one that you sent us. Do you remember that one?
Okay, no, I've smoked today. No.
Okay, never mind.
Today wasn't gummy day.
No gummies. Well, that's good, but I don't know if the other stuff is helping either.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I have all the songs. It doesn't matter. I mean, I have every one. It's just as far as me knowing exactly which one.
Okay.
I mean, I've got them all right here, though.
Okay.
If I can remember.
Okay.
I don't know if this is the first one. Can you hear it at all?
I can hear it. What is?
Okay, here. Let me start it from the beginning.
I'm not afraid to take a step and tell the truth. I know who I am.
It's just it's sounding
I'm
like
not sure.
choppy though.
I'm trying to figure out where the mic is.
Yeah, I'm not. It's going in and out.
And fight for what is right. One child is one too many. We stand together, united. The silence shatter the cries for help. The world's smiling face has faded.
It's crackling up, Miss Gotti.
Yeah, I know
It's
it's getting late,
cracking
but
up.
that's part of that one, and I don't even know if
Yeah,
that's the first one.
I think that's the one that you did send. Miss Gotti got this heavy metal sound down pat, honey. And I feel like the more songs, it doesn't matter what genre it is, the more songs we have for the kids, the better. Okay.
Yeah,
We need to make sure that we're doing whatever it is that we can do, to bring awareness to what's going on with the kids so that when people are, going about their business, that they're paying attention, right, to what's happening, what's going on. So that's definitely out on our other channel, Brain Academy Network Incorporated. And we talk about the kids and making sure that we're bringing awareness to how they can be protected and what's going on with them. So yeah, we're definitely going to drop those on the other channel over there. But Ms. Gotti did an awesome job with that. So yeah, definitely.
that's
Nice
not
to
the
see you,
final
Ms.
cut.
Gotti.
That's not the final cut. That's not the. I've got it one that I like better for the final cut for it. But yeah, I have like 4, 5, or 6 versions of the
Okay.
heavy metal. Because I mean, you've
Okay.
got your Cookie Monster heavy metal, then you got your like grunge alternative, and so I mean, you could go all different
Okay.
directions.
I didn't
So
know.
yeah,
I've never heard of Cookie Monster heavy metal. I don't even know what that means.
that's the ones you can't understand. That's the ones that are
Oh, is that what that
That's what I call the Cookie Monster bands. Yes.
means? You learn something new every day. I had no idea.
Yeah.
No
I
idea.
listen to the
That's
Cookie
hilarious.
Monster bands and heavy metal and alternative and pneumo metal and
That is hilarious. I never would have thought that. I never would have thought that. I never would have known. But that's cool. That's cool. Everybody has talents, and I feel like at this point we're at a point where we can leverage all talents for the betterment of whatever it is that we're trying to do to make the world a better place, right? And each of us can do something. And so I am very grateful to you and to everyone else that has supported me and has come and joined me in this endeavor, not only for the kids, but for anything else. I'm just very grateful. I'm very grateful. Life is wonderful. Like life is wonderful. I can honestly say, I was telling somebody the other day, I said, this is probably the best time that I've ever had in my life. I'm not gonna lie. And people that know all the craziness that goes on behind the scenes with me, they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah. Like I'm telling you, there's a newfound peace that I have been able to walk in, that you, Miss Gopi, have played a part in. Angela, of course, has played a part in, and Caitlin, and and Makisha, and just some others. But it definitely Tiny and Debbie. Don't want to leave them out. But it just it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing feeling to just be at peace. Just be at peace, to just have that unconditional joy, and just to love your life where it is. It doesn't mean that there's no problems, doesn't mean that there's no issues, but just at the end of the day, to love your life where it is just an amazing feeling. And, you know, I have been through a lot of drama, a lot of trauma, a lot of stress, a lot of struggle, a lot of strain, a lot of fights. But, you know, I am still here and I am grateful and I am in love with the fact that, you know, I am still here and able to continue to just enjoy life. So I was going to say it's because you have us. It is because I have you. You know that. I would be bored without you guys. I would. You know, Lord knows how many albums I'd be able to drop. How many languages I'd be able to learn, you know. But I do. In this series, no, I do. I appreciate all of you guys. I don't know if I say it enough, but just know that even if I don't say it every day, that I appreciate everything that you guys are, everything that you guys do, you know, and all the love that you share. I mean, you know, it's just great to have friends like you guys, and you know, just being able to be on this journey together, and you know, just see whatever the future holds, and just go into it like, let's go. What's gonna happen? You know. So thank you, Ms. Gotti.
Who's gonna fuck around and find out now?
Right. Right. But I thank you, Ms. Gopi. Thank you so much, and thank you for being up here. We are at the 2-hour mark, so we're going to get on out of here. We've taken 2 hours of your time tonight, but we appreciate everybody that came through and stopped by and said hey, and you know, listened with us. We definitely love you guys. Love you guys. Love you guys. And we will be back supposedly Wednesday. I don't have any more letters, so I'm hoping that, you know, between now and Wednesday, I get more letters so that we can read, because otherwise, I don't know what we're going to talk about. And we're going to have to figure out something. So let's, you know, let's see if anybody out there decides to send us a letter, an email. I say letter, but I meant email. The email address is imjshs24@gmail.com. If somebody can drop that in the chat, then whoever comes in later, they can, you know, see it and hopefully send us an email. You don't have to be here. Huh? Oh, you don't have to be here for us to read your letter. If you just have something you want us to discuss, we're going to discuss it up here. So please, by all means, send it up there to us, email it to us, put MMAS or Meet Me After School, and we will definitely read it on our next live or two. So right now it is empty. The queue is empty. So anybody that sends a letter is going to be right to the top. We're going to read it on Wednesday or whenever the next time is that we come out. But anyway, I've run my mouth enough, haven't I? I think we've had enough of me today. So I'm going to go and say, I hope everybody has a great rest of your day. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Enjoy your life. Live it. It's so short. You deserve to live your life to the fullest and to, you know, just have that joy, peace, and love that everybody is looking for. So with that being said, guys, have a great one. I'll check you later. Bye.
You got a problem with me. Meet me after school. You wanna hang out with me. Meet me after school. Want the hot truth tea. Meet me after school. Wanna air it all out. Meet me after school. You been played for the fool. Meet me after school. See twisted haters get straightened out. Meet me after school. Meet me after school. Wanna know what I'm all about. Meet me after school. It don't matter what you do. Pull up or take a stool. Just make sure you meet me after school.